You're watching the 2019-20 SCAC Basketball Media Days. Today we're taking a look at the Texas Lutheran University women's basketball program. The Bulldogs coming off an outstanding 19-10 season a year ago, 12-4 in SCAC play. The SCAC tournament champions and an NCAA appearance. The Bulldogs will be led by head coach Mel Dixon along with junior guard Tara Molina. Coach Tara, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Coach, we'll begin with you. You're entering your 8th season this year as the head coach there in Seguin, this year as the defending champions for the second time in your tenure at TLU. What did you learn as you look back at that 2014 season when you came in as defending champs that can help this 2019 version of the Bulldogs going into the season?
What did I learn? I just feel like, these kids have been around me long enough to know what I expect, what I think they should do. Matter of fact, Tara's been the leader for 3 years already. And most of the time, about 90% of the time, she'll come down and make the call on what offense we are going to run, and it's what I would have hollered out there if I was out there myself. So she knows what I expect. She knows what works. She's real, I guess, called basketball junkie, I guess. But she anticipates what I'm going to say before I say it about half the time, or more than that, really, about 95% of the time. So she knows what to get us into, what set we run, and all that kind of stuff. So when you got a leader like that, it's pretty easy to coach. We had the same situation with Carissa Cantu back in 14 and 15, so we're in pretty good shape, we feel like, for this coming season.
Tara, you're coming off such an outstanding year from a team perspective, making that run through the SCAC tournament, getting to the NCAA tournament. How much does that success help continue to motivate this program? And is there an extra buzz coming into preseason camp with the success you had last season?
Our coaches preach about we have targets on our backs. So as hard as we worked last year, we have to work, twice as hard. We have about 5 newcomers, so it's a little easier because we have such a larger group of, upperclassmen, and we can show them what they're supposed to do. So,
Coach, you return so much experience from last year's teams, 4 athletes that started 23 or more games for you. You also welcome back Cammie Davis, who comes back off of an injury. How much does that experience sort of help, I guess, expedite preseason camp? Does it allow you to kind of push things forward a little bit quicker and feel like you're a little bit further ahead of the 8 ball with all that experience that returns in camp?
Yeah, in ways it does. Most of the kids are, like she said, we have, I guess, 8 or 9, 10 upperclassmen that know the system already. We just got to bring those 5 new kids into the system, which they picked up pretty quickly. The older kids took those freshmen and that transfer under their wing and went through some stuff with them and all that kind of stuff, the sets and what was expected and all that. So it's come together pretty good so far, but like I keep reminding them, and they get sick of hearing it, we're going to get everybody's best shot this year. There's no doubt about it. Anytime you're the defending champion, somebody wants to knock you off. So we're going to get everybody's best shot. And like Tara said, I know they're sick of hearing it, but I preach it every day. We have a target on our back now from last year. Plus, I think last year a couple of times we sort of snuck up on people, and we're not going to be sneaking up on anybody this year, that's for sure.
Tara, individually, you took such a huge step last season as a sophomore, earning first-team All-SCAC honors after averaging 8.6 points, 4.6 assists, and 3.2 rebounds per game. What does this offseason look like for you over the course of the summer? What have you really worked on to strengthen your game as you enter your junior season?
To strengthen, I think our big goal is to lessen our turnovers. So I've been trying to work on that, being a lot smarter with the ball. Working on defense because that's what our coaches really, that's what we won, because defense really wins, championships, as they always say. So working on defense, just trying to get my IQ for basketball better. I've been watching a lot of film. they send us, workout schedules, so I just been doing what they send us, so.
Coach, Tara hits on it, but we've talked about it before, how important defense is to you and your staff. This defense as a team last year allowed opponents under 60 points per game. That was second best in the SCAC. Opponents only hitting 35% of their shots. What is key in your mind to a good defensive team, and how have your Bulldog programs been able to frustrate offenses in that half of the court?
Well, again, like you just said, we, and Tara just said also, we preach defense, and we feel like defense is the, key to success for winning, at this level, well, any level, in any level and in any sport. So we really work defense. She can tell you probably half to 3/4 of our practices are defense. They don't much like it, but they can get over it. So we really preach defense. We preach pressure on the ball. We have the, returning defensive player of the year, and we sort of stick her on the ball, and it causes some havoc with some other offenses for some other teams. So that's the way we preach it. We preach help defense and, get to the wall and all that kind of stuff. We try to keep people out of the lane and make them take tough shots. And last year we were pretty decent at it, but I think even this year, we're even going to be better at it.
Tara, we've talked about the importance of defense, but to win a championship, there has to be a balance of both. And offensively, this team a season ago hit the most three-pointers in the entire league, 221 made three-point buckets on the best three-point percentage in the league, 33.4%. What is key to that three-point game with this offense? Is that something that you'll look to continue to do heading into this season?
We have great shooters on our team, especially with the young one coming in. We have, I feel like, lights-out shooters. We have the potential to be lights-out shooters if we really focus and practice, but I don't think we have to rely on it as much because we have strong posts. So I think if we can focus on, or we have been focusing on, is giving it to the post a lot more, but we do have the ability to go inside and out, I believe.
Coach, you've talked about the incoming new players into this program along with the experience that you have returning. As they have blended through the course of camp, have there been any surprises that you've seen with this team that gives you a little bit more confidence heading into the season?
I don't know that they surprised us, the young kids. I mean, we obviously go after good players every year. We've got two that can really light it up, to be real honest with you. They're really great shooters. They both come from high-level programs. One of our girls came from Pflugerville, Hendrickson, and they were 39-2 last year, and she was one of the better players on that team. And then the other one's a local kid out of Lockhart that's, 5'10" guard that can shoot it pretty good herself. So, I mean, it's not a surprise to me. I mean, we wouldn't have recruited them if we didn't think they were pretty good. So they fit in, and I think they're going to eventually, maybe not early, but eventually they're going to make a difference on the team. They work hard. They're good kids, and they want to be good. You can take a kid and try to force them, but if it's not in their DNA to come out and be as good as they can be, you can't make them that way. But these two kids, they want to be good. They ask questions. They come in and work extra on their own. So I have a feeling they're going to blend in real well, and they both can shoot the three pretty good. But to say that, the rest of our kids work hard too. They come in, do extra stuff, and that's just part of the program. When you build a team like we've done in the last 5 or 6 years, you expect that from the kids. If we recruit a kid that's not willing to do that, we're doing a bad job of recruiting and talking to them and all that kind of stuff. So, we investigate our kids pretty good. We go into their background and all that, and and I know the kids hear me say it all the time. Our program is a we program, not a me program. And we emphasize, matter of fact, we've got it on our back of our locker room door. If you're not willing to build into the team or help into the team, I can't remember the exact quote, but turn around and go back the other way because we don't want you with us. So that's not exactly the quote, but paraphrasing, let's say.
Tara, wrapping things up with you, as you've had discussions with your teammates through the course of preseason about some of the goals for this 2019-2020 Bulldogs program, what have those discussions looked like, and what are some of those goals as you head into a new season?
A lot of our goals are just, be patient and, don't rush things because we want to lessen up on turnovers, get more rebounds, and I think it is more you got to buy into the system. We have great coaches. They have everything prepared for us, plays, drills, everything. So it's just listening to them and just kind of not second guessing what they tell us to do, but it's more being coachable. So.
And finally, Coach, to wrap things up with you, this season is successful if what plays out on the court for your team. What are you looking for in order for them to kind of continue to take those steps in the direction as you build this program there in Seguin?
Well, most people are going to tell you X amount of wins or, titles or all that. We really don't talk about that kind of stuff. If we take care of our business and every kid improves and every kid, has a good season, that's success to us. I'm not going to say, 25 wins will make me happy or whatever. It's if the kid improved. And if we do that, the wins, losses, titles, playoffs, all that takes care of itself. And, I think this group is capable of being as good as anybody in the conference. It's going to be a dogfight. There's no doubt. It always is. You got Trinity sitting over there, Austin College, Southwestern. You name a team, pretty much every night in this conference, you got to come with your A game or you're going to get your tail beat. So I don't set, X amount of wins and all that kind of stuff. Did our kids get better? Did we improve as a team? Those are our goals. We really don't talk about that other stuff that much. If we do what we want them to do, the wins will take care of themselves.
The Texas Lutheran University women's basketball program, and again, the Bulldogs will head into the season under the guidance of head coach Mel Dixon, along with junior guard Tara Molina. TLU will open up the 2019-2020 campaign when they take on Hardin-Simmons on November 8th. Coach, Tara, thanks so much for joining us, and best of luck as you head into the season.
Thank you.